Right, well, let's have a look at our equipment then. The lightness jewel. Is anyone even close to their carry capacity? Not really. Maybe that. I kind of feel like breaking these down if I can. Is there a way to do that? It seems that oh, it's telling me it's trash quality. Right. Toggle show equip, toggle recycle mode. There we go. Donk. That'll do. The swift skill, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll give it to whomever. Now, as for the spear. This isn't a trash spear, so good. Alright. Life leech. Zangiri, to you goes the spoils. Since that was the weapon you had already, may as well give you the better one. The better version, rather. It is a substantial improvement. Primarily because of the life leech. And, well, only because of the life leech. It doesn't actually improve the damage whatsoever. But the next one will probably go 9, I'm thinking. We'll see. It is a one-hand weapon, so I could technically give it to Aavak, but Aavak does do a good chunk of damage with his weapon as is. It's a tricky one, that. How much longer on the craft? Just 2 more turns. That's fine then. Does 9 still know how to summon demons? That's a good question. I'll tell you now. No, I don't want... No, go away. There we go. Does not appear that he does. Alas. No more demon summoning for 9. That was probably just a child-specific ability. There we go. Right, with that, we're moving on. We've got more than enough of everything that we could possibly want. The only thing here is that this appears... Oh wait, is that trash? I mean, 40% of the damage back is life. It's actually pretty good. Target for splash targets one closest enemy. If the attacker stands in melee row, the attack will splash onto another enemy standing behind the main target. Target directly opposite targets only the enemy card located directly opposite in melee range or row. I think 9, you're going to get this. There you go. We can also then make you a shield at some point. I might even be able to make you a shield now, but we're going to move on instead. So break camp. It's taken a long bloody time to get to this point, but finally, we are on the move. Now we've got some ruins, and we've got some peeps around here as well. I could build a ship, yeah. Hey, Aavak, it's nice to see someone stream this game. Oh, I'm quite happy to be streaming it. I loved Thea. Thea 1 was one of my top games. I play a lot of games, so that is saying something. Yeah, we'll just wait until we move on. You see before you some young saplings of elven wood. However, as you look at the tree crowns, you see several bird-like figures sleeping, huddled together in a circle. Tiny swirls of wind dance around them, so you believe they must be the Vili, wind demonettes, and often forest guardians. It is said that the bodies of dead Vili turn into dryad wood. Attack the creatures. Try to sneak past the Vili to get the elven wood. No, we're going to leave. That is not the thing I'm doing right now. Thank you. We got a little bit of something. Can we get
You come to the abandoned ruins of a stone-built shram, which some would call a temple in the Western dialects. Apart from the silence and dust, you see surprisingly few signs of decay. There are 2 distinct places of offering in the center of the shram. You see symbols similar to those of the cosmic pantheon, but you do not recognize the deity worshipped here.
Well, we've got a Zerka. Examine the symbols closely.
These markings are related to the old supreme god Perun, often called the Father. He was the god of thunder and husband to the creator of the pantheon, Mokosh. As powerful as they were, centuries ago, not long after the great victory of the Awakening, they simply vanished. What is odd, though, is that these markings are not quite right. They seem merged with another, and you see markings suggesting an offspring, rather than the god himself.
Oh, examine the second part.
This one is even more obscure. Your teacher told you once of the Lady of Death and Rebirth, a mistress of winter that sacrificed herself each cycle to bring about spring. Morena or Marzana was her name.
Morena.
Perhaps this shrine is a place of worship for a child of the two gods. Thus, the two altars will likely honor turmoil for Perron and nature for Morena. You know that you need to place an offering on only one of the altars.
For the offering of turmoil, which is your lead domain, offer any melee weapon as tribute, as you do not have a good one to offer. You do not feel that you have the right tribute. Either your weapons need to be crafted from better materials, or you need to bring more food. Leave for now. Offer the ultimate sacrifice to please any god. A life! Well, Zangiri the Sec... No. That would be funny, but no. We'll leave for now. That would be funny. Let's be honest. Let's all agree on this. That would be hilarious. Don't even pretend. You know it would be. 100% hilarious. Alright, let's see what's over here. The ruins are old and decrepit, likely already looted many times over, but you never know what hidden secrets you may yet uncover. The south area seems less traversed, but also unstable. We're going to explore the south. Yes, Aavak, I did laugh. Don't panic. Let's be honest, everyone there laughed for a moment. That was Dark Aavak surfacing, yes. Yes, it pretty much was. I better drink some more of my Lapsang Souchong and put him back in his cage. So good. You find a hidden cellar, or rather, it finds you as you painfully fall through its ceiling onto a hard floor. Still, there is loot to be found here. Gather it. Ouch. Ooh, dark wood. Wood from the forest, tainted by darkness long ago. If used carefully, it can be crafted in many ways. I approve. Alright. Well, let's pitch camp here. Do a bit of gathering. Everyone's a little bit hurt, but we'll recover from that stupendously fast. In fact, we can gather both of those in fairly large quantities without any real difficulty. New task, I think. New task. We have got 12 dark wood, but can't do that. Can't do that either. I could do this. Oh. Not quite. Really? Oh, I guess that is 1.1, whereas that's... Oh, well, no, actually that's 1.1 as well. What? Really? Why not? Oh, I'm only using 8. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Would that give me any particular interesting abilities, though? Poison damage and life leech. Whereas this just gives true damage and life leech. That is actually kind of cool. Whereas if we use that, it's poison damage again. What about gold then? True damage, steel? True damage, diamond, area of effect. Wow. That would be potent. That would be crazy potent. A spear with AoE. The AoE splash, from what I understand, is in every direction. Which means you would strike the first person in the row, you would splash damage to the person behind them and the two people to the side. Then you'd strike the person behind again because your weapon is piercing. Unfortunately, I can't do Darkwood and Silver, simply because I don't have enough Darkwood, but I can have a look at what it would give. True damage and poison damage still. But yeah, the fact that that would be a spiritual challenge, you could stab them in their soul. Let that sink in for a moment. You could... Not only is your spear basically... It's you're stabbing them so hard. The only way I could describe this is you're causing a concussive wave with the force of the stab, which spreads out from the point of impact, you know, smacking into the people either side. But you're also capable of doing that to their soul. My lord. My lord. You would stab them so hard, you'd also stab their friends in the soul. I like this. I like where this is going. I truly do. Truly. That just gives it area of effect there, unfortunately. Whereas this gives area of effect poison. Yeah, it's just purely area of effect there. This is probably area of effect true damage. Yep. Starting to learn it a bit. So bones are life leech. Metals are true damage. And woods are poisons sometimes. And gems are... Well, I guess it's getting enough. Yeah, I wonder how you get that. Oh, it's because it's purple and purple. Of course. Of course, that makes sense now. Right. It's all color-coded. That makes sense. Suddenly, it all makes sense. So gems and bones share an element, and that is spiritual. Trees have got more of a mental element. Have we got anything else that has... I don't think I do. Okay, stones have it. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use that here. Is there anything that has that? What do the leathers have? They've got more of a physical one as well. Oh, okay, well, you have lots of physical element damage there. So true damage. Damage is increased by a fixed value there. Went for that. It's true damage plus poison damage. Yeah, alright, okay. That makes sense. Is all something dapper or no? Are we heading to a dark... I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Thank you very much, Kermo Kenneth. Thank you so much for the subscription there. Aavak, the effect you get from elemental legendary weapons on most advanced crafting are linked to the essence types rather than the specific materials. So any form of metal will always give it a metal essence, and metal essence gives a weapon true strike. Yeah, well, I'm true damage. It does look interesting. Very, very interesting. A diamond sword. Well, I mean, yeah. Would give it a gem essence. And if we used... Well, I mean, you know, stone up here, I suppose. Increase shielding. Air effect plus shield leech. Air effect plus shield leech. You know... Oh, let me go and see that, though. Let me have a quick gander at what potential exists here. So, an elemental weapon will give first strike, sorry, air effect and life leech. Look at this. A bit lower. Melee weapons with AoE splash damage is 100%, so you'll hit everything in the AoE exactly the same way. And gives 80% of damage dealt as hit points. That is pretty good. Whereas if we went for this, true damage, damages both shield and hit points for the full damage. So it's basically, if you go for this, you're getting... The legendary weapon will give you true damage that will hit fully. Whereas if we went for more wood, poison damage, just plus 60%. Okay. Pretty potent. Poison damage, yeah. Okay, well, I'm understanding that a lot better now. That's actually really, really cool. Really, really cool. Now, then, we've got Topaz. 13 increased shielding. Don't quite have enough to go for elemental, but that would have been grand if we could. 0.9, that's 0.9. Skilled level to the 0.9. This is lighter though, it's only 65. Silver shield. It's only 2.7, but still, if we went for something like this, why is that dropping it so much? Oh, it's because there's one more. Right, I get you. 13.8. It's quite nice. I could try and make one of these shields. Excuse me. It's quite a high chance of trash quality considering. 26. 25. No, we'll go with this. And we'll try and make a nice little shield to go along with our nice one-handed... Oh my good lord. 256? How? Also, we don't have enough of those bones. Damn it. Well, I know where I'm going. Time to make some bones. Actually, we can make a little bit of everything. It's rather grand. But mostly bones. Make me bones. 9. Begin the process of making the bones. Also, while we're here, we might as well make some malachite as well. Begin the process of making the malachite, please. There we are. Marvelous. Truly. You can go ahead and work there. Along with you. Gathering wise, we're already gathering everything we need. But we'll just dump a little bit more in there. Until we've got a few items. Okay, that was really interesting. Sorry for taking so long with that, but I'm really glad that I now have a much better understanding of the way that works. There we go. And, wow, okay. Tempork just got a level up. Could increase brute force, or could get divine word. The gods speak their powerful word through you. We would increase our self-protection to 5. And energy disrupt would be increased significantly. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. There we go. There we are. And now that we've got that, we can probably have a look at actually cooking some food. Oh, did I not? Oh, because I'm a dick, yeah. Of course, I should have told them to just keep going for a while. There we go. Confirm and make infinite amounts. Yeah. Right. Oh, really? I can't... What do you mean I can't make with... I need meaty food so bad? Oh, well. At least we've got fish, though. I need to tell them they're allowed to eat it, I suppose. Let's go in there. Yeah, no, you're fine. Everyone is at pretty high morale at this point. Aavak's doing fairly good at the moment. Thank you very much for asking. Pretty good, all things considered. You can go ahead and help out. There we are. That won't take us too long. 5 turns. We'll carry on working. We're getting a reasonable amount of research points, considering we're gathering 1 research point a day. A couple of your folk found themselves a child in the cabbage patch. Takarosh and 9. Wow. This is grand. There we go. A new child. Our cabbage patch is being very, very good to us, I must say. Okay. Well, it's time for Nightbot to select another lucky dappling. Let's roll. It's Occam. Hello, Occam. Get all comfortable. You literally just joined. Well, your timing is amazing, Occam. I'm very good, thank you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I think that may be one of the first times you've been named. Well done. Cabbage is life. Cabbage is life. Yeah, pretty much. Right then, Arkham, let's have a look at you. You've got pretty middling skills on everything. You've got outmaneuver, child growing up, brutal force. You can't summon any demons. It is sad, I know, but we'll just have to try and make the best of this as we can. While you're there, though, sure. It's really not necessary, but you can help. Okay. You are rudely awakened by a rabble of folk slowly descending upon your campsite. At first, they seem like mere bandits, but you see their eyes are bloodshot, their faces twisted in an angry grimace, and their mouths foaming. Scavenger, take a closer look. Take a risk and find another way to deal with them. They are your kin, but far gone with the dark sickness, a remnant of the age of darkness past. If you could capture them, perhaps they could yet be cured, as you have been by following the gods. But beware, their madness is more than mental, for they spread toxin and disease too. Okay, well, in terms of our combat ability, we've got... Cannot modify your equipment. Yeah, I know. Arkham has nothing. Oh, I should have given Arkham a weapon. Because if Arkham is selected, that's going to be rough. I should have given Arkham a pet. Sort by type. Skill level. Issues encounter, that's fine. I would say we've got a better chance in a fight. In a combat group. They're the same difficulty. I would recommend making the true damage AoE spear, Aavak. It's fast and activates before combat, attacks their friends and pierces, ignores shielding, and does extra 50% damage to the enemy that had its shield ignored. I would, but I don't have the materials for it. I was just looking at what I could make. Try capturing them. Okay. Who's in the group? I am. This is good. Yes. Okay. We will begin. No, I like it. I like it so much. What on earth is that? It's a concept. It's a really, really, really tough rock. How dare. Very well. May as well place you down right there. And Aavak, you're going to be placed right in front. Right there. There we go. It does 9 damage, which isn't something I want to play with, but it's something that I have to play with, I'm afraid. I could put Aavak in the front over here as well, but that does get a little bit risky. But it also costs me a lot to do. Mine, you're not going anywhere near any of this. Nor are you. You do a staggering amount of damage, though. And I can play someone else. Weakness. Low combat attributes of the attacked character delay up to 2 targets. Sure, actually. Yeah. Well, actually, I kind of would prefer to play these characters instead. Ghostly Axe, range attack, hits up to 2 targets. Yeah, let's get that one going. I'm going to play the characters to increase Zwolfia's combat abilities. Starting to get a bit scary now with all of that in the place. Right, Aavak, I'm going to place you down again. This time there. Now, that means Aavak's going to take twice as much damage, but so will they, and Aavak will kill them first. So, that's fine. Yeah, a little bit annoying, but nothing too terribly bad. I mean, you could be placed, but not sure you strictly would do that much. Well, 150 damage, you'd still only do 3. Whereas you can just do 3 straight up. But how fast do you do it? Every 15 seconds. I could delay my enemies by a little bit more. This one, for example. And that one, perhaps. Yeah. You're going to be moving it. I can't see. I can't. What? I need to see. I feel that this is important. I'm going to go for those two. There we are. Let's move it around a little bit. Not a great deal, but a little. Okay. The ghost axe has true damage, but I can hit 2 people with the other one. Which seems like a better option. There we go. Aavak's shield is ridiculous. It's a shame we won't kill. We'll almost kill. That's just cheeky. Super cheeky. Alright, who's up next? There we go. That's one down. Very nice. And that's the fight over with. Not bad, I gotta be honest. You capture the scavengers safely, and indeed, you find they are feverish and sick. We have gathered an amber artifact, a small, well-crafted item of cultural importance. It's easy to carry around in one hand, can deal splash damage around the main target. Oh, wow, that's actually a really good weapon. It's a wisdom attack or a wisdom or... I think it's a destiny attack. Standard weapon skill. Its effect will trigger when it's used for attack during fight turns. Adds spiritual shielding. Nice. Do your best to help them out. Use your connection to the god to try to light their dark path. Okay. Some of the disease spreads to you, but nothing life-threatening. You do your best to help, but the victims are too far gone and die. You know that you have made their deaths more peaceful at the very least, and for that, you feel relief. We've also got a dog. Everything was worth it. Every tiny, tiny little thing. My lord, faction loyalty has changed. Scavengers have gone up by 2. Aha! Well, let's have a look at faction loyalties now. Yeah, there we are. Scavengers are now on there. That was pretty good. Doggo pet. Yep. We have achieved everything we ever wanted. You just ate a muffin, so you're a bit derpy. Well, I hope you enjoyed your muffin, Arkham. Right, let's have a look at the doggo pet. Man's best friend. Increases max sanity and increases percent. Of course it does. I mean, come on. I really should summon a spider at some point. That's a level 3 spider pet, to be fair. Zangiri, you get a doggo. There you go. Also, how heavy is that? Only 36. Arkham, you're going to get this. There you go. You get an amber artifact, so you're actually going to be useful in certain types of combat. Can I put that in another hand? No, I can't. There is no dual wielding, it seems. None whatsoever. It's very sad. I'm going to leave 9 with that. We're just going to focus a little bit more heavily, because right now we're spreading our abilities. And while that does mean that we are very slightly better at dealing with anything, I feel that it hampers our ability to deal with things well. Okay, we've finished with our shield. Actually, a good way to our next level. Okay, let's go and check out this. Oh, it's trashed here, really? Well, that's quite saddening. Quite saddening. Damn it. That was a lot of materials went into that. Well, 9, it's still probably one of the better items we have, so you can have it. And that should increase your defense a decent amount. Ah, well. It would have been grand to have something better, but that wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. I'm starting to really feel that we want to get clothes. Really starting to feel we want to get clothes. Apparently books are good. I only looked at scrolls, and you know what? I didn't tab through them. Let me have a look at this. So, stone and allows you to craft 1 to 200 artifacts, medium speed, medium damage, additional spell. Okay. And scrolls, or codex. Wood, gems, leather bone, low speed, high damage, 2 additional spells. Well, people have been saying that I need to get a scroll so bad, so you know what? Sure, we'll have a look into this. Let's have a look at what we can make book-wise. So we can make either or. Alright. So, if we went with something like this. A page of script on decorative rollers held in one hand. Gives us energy blur. Okay, it's actually pretty good. Normal damage, regular damage, the number of typical indicates blah blah blah. Lullaby. Enemy affected by this subskill will suffer increased delay. And this is a one-handed weapon, so we could also have a shield with it. That's not bad, actually. If we had a better item, random blast, that could hit anything. Ooh, what on earth is that? Target 1 random enemy. Oh, okay. And then hurry up. Okay. Does that always change? Well, it must change to some degree. It's probably the tier of the item. Elemental. Let's have a look at the elemental ones. Ghostly axe, weakness. But if we went for a book, now, we pop that there, and then this, what would we get? Random blast, ice spike, stun. Regular damage that also increases the affected target's delay, causing it to act later in the fight order queue. That's actually a high level of stun as well. Elemental weapon, a fireball. Okay, that's pretty amazing. Effect of random 2 enemies. Target, horizontal slash, mass lullaby. My lord. Inspire. Decrease delay of a selected ally's action and increase this character's combat attributes. Legendary. Summon Unliving. 1 to 2. What? Summon 2 Unliving, 2 melee. That's just ridiculous. Internal armor grow. Okay, I'm seeing why people thought these things could be so ridiculously good. Okay, so this would allow someone to have a pretty good spread of weapon styles. But a single one, if we went just with leather, random blast and hurry up. That's not particularly amazing. Energy blur. It can pretty much target the closest enemy. Place a character on the battlefield in melee or range. Skill that will affect activated in fight phase. Yeah, that's pretty normal. And Lullaby does add a lot of slowness to it. Whereas if we just went for that, yeah, it's just hurry up, which is not particularly impressive. Same there, really. Whereas if we just went with leather here, you'd still have Ice Spike, which is genuinely a good attack. It's a really good attack. Mass Lullaby targets one closest enemy and up to 2 enemies standing to their left and right. And then Random Blast. I wonder what you get if you use Diamond. Detached Spirit? That sounds incredibly nasty. That sounds downright mean. My goodness. I wonder what you get if you did that. Just a more powerful version of it. If you did this. Okay. No, I think I'm sold. Yeah, I think that was a worthwhile purchase. That's 0.5. This is 0.9, however. If only we could have bones. That would be grand, but we can't, so there's no point in worrying about it. We'll just try to get this. Yeah, sure. We'll try and make a leather codex. A book constructed of many pages. Oh, actually, before we do, we should check. What would we get? 1, 1.5, 1. Is it really going to be that much different? Yes, 23 versus 24.4. Yeah, alright. We'll go with that. There's weakness versus... Yeah, just the same. It's a little bit of a shame that we can't get that in there, but it's fine, I think. We'll make it work, though. Just out of curiosity. I mean... That isn't terrible. I kind of... Detached Spirit just sounds so brutal. And yet, Mass Lullaby and Ice Spike do seem fairly potent. No, I think we're gonna go with the Topaz here. Only got a 4% chance of doing this poorly. Let's get you in there. Actually, I would like our best crafter in here. There you go. And we'll be getting that done pretty... Well, no. We'll have you help out there instead. There we go. Still going to be making more of those bones. Aavak, what all can the books do? They're just like weapons, basically. As you saw there while I was looking through their abilities. You just use them to have various spells or attack types. It's quite versatile, basically. Gives you options in combat. There we go. The book is done. The pen truly is mightier than the sword. Okay then, who be getting this? I'm kind of feeling Temphawk. Let's have a look at this. So your current weapon does a ridiculous amount of damage, but this one would give you more damage in different situations. It would halve your overall damage with Random Blast. However, it would act a lot faster, and it could hit every type of damage type. And you'd only be dropping a little bit in terms of Detached Spirit as well. It would give you a bit more versatility. Yeah, I think that would be fine. And that means this weapon can go to someone else. It's 1.5 there, you can have that one instead. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to give you the pet. Now that you can actually fight, I may as well keep that available to you. Yeah, there is multiplayer in Thea 2. Do design with the books. I mean, I could, I suppose, but let me take my level first. Right, I can increase your gathering, or I can give you Ghostly Axe. I mean, Ghostly Axe 2, which is reasonable. Alright, I'll give you Ghostly Axe 2. All right, we will design the books. Crystal wood. That's 1.3, 1.6. Essence type, rarity, weight, no. Order by type. Okay, so stonewood is 1.1. What types of woods exist? 0.9, 1.4. I guess crystal wood or sacred wood, 2.4. Okay, we'll go with that one. We'll just see what the best can be. Grand gem, 2.4. That looks amazing though. Resource type wild, 1.1. Let's have a look at what this would give us. I mean, pretty potent, to be fair. Very strong. Very strong indeed. Enchanted bone. Oh, wow, of course. It's because enchanted bone can do both. Right. That makes sense. Now, the thing with this is that we can't actually see how good this would be because I haven't unlocked all of the other spots. We'll have to see in time. But I think with that, we're moving on. We've been here for a bit too long. By a bit too long. Really, really too long. The ruins you are about to search have an unsettling stench of decay about them. Scout the area first. You observe the quiet remains of a once great city and soon realize that among the fog walk the unliving, and their breath is exuding toxic clouds. Use their elements to surprise and attack, sneak past them to loot the ruins, devise a tactical plan to defeat them. We'll go with the tactical plan. And we'll auto-resolve, we'll easily win. Perfect victory. Yep. There we go. The unliving lie, deader, and you're free to loot the ruins. Okay, we got a wooden greatsword. That's not particularly great, I'll be honest. And got the blessings of health to everyone. Search the ruins and leave. Got 11 quartz. Nice. And a bunch of research. Alright, that wasn't too bad. We should have a little... Oh, we don't have any more time, but we'll just pass the turn there. There's another ruin and some more leather. The ruins you're about to search have an unsettling stench of decay. Scout the area. Use a tactical plan. Auto-resolve. Search the ruins. We didn't get anything from it. Ooh, a steel sword. That's not terrible, actually. And clay. That wasn't bad. I'll be honest. That was reasonable. We may as well camp here for a moment. And we should just put our best people on this. There we go. You can go there. In terms of cooking, is there anything we can make? No, there is not. We can, however, turn iron into silver, and there is no reason not to, in my opinion. How much have we got? We've got 15. Sure. Confirm. You can crack on with that. I don't believe we've got anything that would benefit from quartz. We've got maybe one or two things, actually. Let's see. What can we pop down here? Silver. That's not bad. 1.8 weapon with a slash attack. 131% shielding, too. That's genuinely not unreasonable. Shields can't be used with it. We could use it on the ring, though. Well. That's 4.6 weapon block. That's actually a really nice lightness jewel. Claw hit. Crafting jewel, 2.8 increased crafting. I think I'll make a crafting jewel. I honestly think that would be good. Yes, let's get that one being made. There we are, and we'll just take the best people we can. Actually, I kind of want the best people I can. Like, truly the best people I can. Just because that reduces the possibilities of it going bad. Yeah, and we'll take the next best. There we are. That's reasonable. There isn't really much else we can do around here. Okay. We have got level ups though. 9. What do we want to do with you? I could increase your mysticism, primary spiritual attribute. What weapon have you got? You've got an elemental weapon. Yeah, you're not really going for spiritual. But wisdom... sorry, intelligence. Yeah, we'll go with intelligence for you. It's a better stat for you overall. And the same for Sanity as well. I think that makes more sense for these guys. Oh! Oh dear. That might not be great. Oh no, Lady Sheila. We now have 2 very clean ferret cages and 1 very messy ferret room. Well. A group of folk taken by the light scourge approach you, lightbringers as they are known. They do not speak, they seek only to bring you into their commune with the light mind. That's not great. I don't want to. This went really badly for me before, but I'm gonna play it. And we're gonna do our best, but we don't do a lot of damage. We've got 1 or 2 people who can, but that's it. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be very rough. What have we got? We've got a ghost. Can I summon my spider? No. I think a ghost would be a better play here. You would potentially grow stronger over time. Where can the ghost go? It has to go in the front. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just bring the ghost into the fight. Okay, it does 6 damage. It's not bad. Look at its health. This is going to go badly for us. Like, really, really badly. I'm not going to lie with you. Targets 1 close melee. Alright. You can sit behind. Do your best. Okay, it's getting stronger, which is super terrifying. But thankfully, we're going to be able to do a little bit of decent damage to them, simply from the fact that they're together. Let's have a look at you. Now. 2 targets for 6 or 1 target for 10. I mean, right now that would actually be a better option since it would hit both enemies. I can't easily justify having Aavak out front. Simply because if Aavak dies, it's game over for us. Gonna have to have you just try and tank this as much as you can. Now, right now, it doesn't actually matter who you attack. You're going to do more damage based on the simple fact that you will hit 2 people out of the 2 people that need to be hit. Single target attack does a little bit more damage here, but they do have some protection. And I guess at this point then we could have Aavak back here. We'll do our best, but this is going to be rough. The problem with reviving our champion is that we don't have a town. And I think you need the town to do it. Though maybe we could use the seed to revive them, I suppose. They used hurry up, really. I don't think you needed that benefit. Ouch. Take that, you scoundrel. Right. Great. It doesn't matter where we go. We'll hit the same person either way. Again, doesn't matter where we go. We'll do the same damage. Done a decent chunk of damage to them, but it all comes down to if you attack this way, we're in trouble. Oh, we are in trouble. I should have put Aavak over there. But it's quite possible that it would have attacked anyway, but no. Oh well. Too late now. Now, it isn't to say that Aavak will die, it's just that having that low does mean that he's in danger of basically losing faith and bailing. We ultimately won the fight. Maybe something good will come of it. Oh, apparently there's another character that wasn't deployed. Oh, that's terrifying. That is actually terrifying. Why? Why would they do that? I don't understand. It makes me super sad. Let's play you. Okay, that's much weaker. No wonder that's why they played that one. Okay. We can wipe it out in one attack. I mean, no, don't. Pop you over here. There's no reason to put you anywhere else. I should always summon last because they always act first. That actually is a good point, yeah. That's a very good point. And that's it for us. That's it. Alright, you destroy the lightbringers and their bodies turn to ash. We got some scaled jewelry. Okay, that adds a bit of a weapon block to everything. Elven wood, nimble yet resilient. Elven wood is the valued resource throughout the lands. Okay. Secret alloy. The secret alloy is, well, secret. This composite fits into stone and metal material categories. And shadow bones. Take this stuff and leave. Okay, material research acquired, Lightbringer. And the Lightbringers hate us a little bit more. Your wounds were too grave, and so the gate, oh no, open and take your soul. Depart. Ah! You allowed your chosen to die. Without the divine bond, you will no longer have any power or influence over the world. Thus, your reign will end. Thankfully, you have one more chance to remain in the game. Call upon the spirit of the cosmic tree itself and ask for the soul of your chosen to be returned to you. Remember, the price is high, and it will get higher every time you abuse your divine power like this. Pay with 2 lives to return the one you cannot or will not pay. It is time to end this journey. Or use the divine power of the cosmic seed to return your chosen. Well. You know what? I feel as it is you. As it is the people of chat here. 2 of whom would perish should we choose to bring them back. Or I could use the cosmic seed, but if I do that, we can't build a town. And I think I would rather, if we continue playing, to have that option. So we can use the seed to return people to life. This just became a PG-21 necromancer. Really? 9? Really? Never trusted 9. Never trusted 9. We're getting quite a few twos, actually. We can, as I mentioned, roll again. With better knowledge now. I have a lot more knowledge, and I would be happy to continue playing and start a new town. You don't really need a town, though. You can do everything in a camp. I vote 1-2, so we can have a city building funds. Okay. Well, I think what we need... I think the only real way to do this is a straw poll. So I'm going to make a straw poll in chat, and we're going to have a very brief few minutes bio break. I think that's a good time to do it. And we will see what we can do. And I'm back. Okay. We have 75 votes in. That means we are more than likely going to have to... Dead is dead. Option 2. Of the 75 votes, or 76 now, 86% have voted that dead is dead. So, that's it. Game is over. Aavak dies, and Thea remains shattered. There we go. Okay. So, let's go ahead and make the final choice. Indeed, Rip. You cannot or will not pay. It is time to end this journey. Bump. There we go. Finished main quest? No. Twin survived 162. Map tiles revealed 206. Events taken part in 2.49%. Advancement points collected 11. Best item was a Malachite gathering tool. Most powerful character was Temphawk. Game difficulty adjustment 100%. Total points 150. God points awarded 1. Added to profile 1. Okay, that's it. End game. Wow. That was pretty good. I am actually kind of pleased with chat. I'll be honest. I'm kind of proud of you. It's very easy to keep playing these sorts of games. I'm like, no, I will sacrifice everything. But I think, based on knowing now what we know about the game, because I did go into this blind, completely blind, in fact. What we can do at this point is make a better start. There's a lot more things that I understand. And I'll probably be making a beeline for setting up a town. I was scared off from making a town. In a way, kind of this feeling of, I've only got one choice, so I need to make it count. But honestly, I think we would have had a very different play if I'd built a town first. So, I'm going to go ahead and start a new game straight away. But because this is going to be going up in a VOD, over in YouTube land, hope you've enjoyed the first run. It did end kind of on a bit of a downer, but that's the thing. Honestly, if I'd moved Aavak one step to the side, or rather to the right, because the right side would have been the important one, we would have done okay. We would have gotten through that. It was silly of me to have placed him where he did. And after I placed him, I realized, I've just made it even between the two sides. The enemy could just randomly select to hit Aavak. That was bad luck. That was pretty bad luck. But that's fine. Right, so we're going to end the video there. And the next VOD that goes up after this one will be the new run. So I hope you're going to be joining me there.